condense into a single logarithm, and we have 3/2 of log x minus log y minus 2 times the log of z plus 1. So what does it mean to condense into a single log? Well, if you just take a quick look here, right, we see that this expression has 3 logs in it, right? So we want to combine these into an expression with only 1 log in it. Okay, how do we do so? Well, we have to use the rules for exponents, and there is a particular order. Okay, so we should actually, when we condense, right, we should always use the power rule first. Okay, so we always want to use a power rule first, and then the quotient rule or the product rule, just depending on the expression here. Okay, so we'll take a look at that. All right, so what does the power rule say? The power rule says that these coefficients can become the exponents. So let's rewrite this. Right? Log of x to the 3/2 minus log of y minus log of z plus 1 squared. Okay, so you notice that now each of these have a coefficient of 1, and that's sort of the goal with the power rule, right? Okay. Then how do we combine these, right? Now we use the quotient rule or the product rule. So I know, right, this is the key. I know I'm going to end up with 1 log, okay, with 1 fraction, right? Now, how do we determine which terms go in the numerator, which terms go in the denominator? Okay? So there's another method where we sort of do this one by one. I don't like doing that because we end up with complex fractions, right? The idea is that this log is positive. Okay? So the x to the 3/2 should go in the numerator. This log is negative though, right? It's a minus here. So that means the y should go in the denominator. And this was the key, right? This z plus 1 squared, you see how this is a negative log here? Right, so this tells me that this is going to go in the denominator as well. Okay, so what I don't like to do is I don't like to make like a complex fraction, right? A fraction over a fraction. Okay, so it's actually going to end up being the same thing, of course, right? But we can use the sign to tell us where that expression will go. In this case, the z plus 1 will go in the denominator. Right, so we have 1 log, okay, and this should all go in parentheses, right? I don't think it's really necessary, but this should be our final answer.